Hey Megan, it's recording. Okay. I'm glad you actually made a video. I was kind of getting a little upset, and I'm sorry for only doing it was a 4 minute video. Thank you very much last week. But I mean, considering I had done the last video and there was no response, and I recorded another one, I didn't have anything to work with. Excuse me. It's not like you recorded something, tell me what you did in London like you were supposed to. But hey, I'm glad you're back safely. I'm actually going to show Brittany Taken tonight, so she can understand what she shouldn't be doing when she leaves for her IQP. And I should have had you. I don't know why I didn't have you watch it before you left. I mean, just even though you got back safely, it just would have given you a little more fear in life. I mean, that's I'm sure what you need when you're in a foreign country trying to make do. One of my biggest disappointments in your video is that you did not come back with a awesome accent. I would have figured that 3 weeks in the country would be enough to pick up on some of the words that you should be pronouncing differently now, but I guess that's okay. Assuming you go back again, whether it's that or Denmark, I think you were thinking about, then hopefully you acquire one when you're actually away for that long. But either way, I'm sorry, the fan's on, so it's blowing hair into my face. Um, Fun fact. I guess I'll answer your question first before going into other things. Each of my classes is difficult for reasons and then not difficult for other reasons. I guess my hardest class would have to be linear algebra, and it's not because the content is hard, it's because you have to teach it yourself, like to yourself, because the professor is just not very good with teaching. So I kind of don't really pay attention during the class, and then I read the book at night, do the homework, and I hear his finals are ridiculous. He only has one test, pretty much. And you have a series of quizzes. It's one per week, and then you have the option of not taking a quiz, in which case your final grade increases by 10%. So if I didn't take, I think there are like six, then virtually my final would be worth like 100% of my grade. So a lot of people will just do like just kind of chance it. But then again, I hear his final is awful, so I'm kind of just sort of taking the quizzes, not doing great, but not doing horrible either. I'm kind of averaging an 8 right now, which is an 80, so I kind of had to bring that up a bit, but I don't know. A lot of concept questions. It's just kind of annoying. I was hoping I don't do poorly on that, but that's the one I have the most fear for. I guess difficulty would also be in biotechnology because it's pretty much just an introduction to biology course, and I haven't taken a biology course since, well, like you heard in my last video, since like I think it was sophomore year we took it in high school, and I'm pretty much just reteaching myself everything. That test was not fun. I haven't gotten it back yet, and I'm actually kind of getting a little worried. My shadow is huge in the background. People outside must think I'm a monster. I always wondered that when you see shadows, can you see them outside? I'm assuming you can because I remember in one of the Austin Powers movies they did something like that where it was humorous, not scary, but you could see it when there was a backlight. I'm assuming you probably can. It's kind of actually creepy, but anyways, then my other course is Spanish, which isn't too bad. I had got a 96 on my first test. Yeah, that's right. Though I'm no closer to being able to speak Spanish, it's still cool that I got a 96. Maybe that means I'll have one A this term. I'm really hoping I don't get a C, but what can you do? And let's see. In my Spanish course, we actually have to go onto this website. They call it the Mixer, where we have to put our name in, say that we are looking for a Spanish partner to speak Spanish to, and that we know English, and then it hooks you up with somebody. Well, it gives you a bunch of like people to look for, who speak Spanish and are looking for someone to speak English to. So virtually you're just kind of hooking yourself up with a complete stranger. So I pretty much looked for two things: female, so it's not a creepy guy who just wants to show me inappropriate things, and around the same age, so hopefully they're in college and probably being told to do the same thing in their country, maybe? I don't know. Either way, I've gotten some creepy requests from like 50-year-old men and stuff like that. I just kind of ignore them, and I don't have many information on the website, so hopefully I can't be stalked either, but considering they're from different countries, I'm hoping it's kind of a safer thing, but I don't know. Either way, okay, so London. I'm glad you're not going to be moving there because that's going to be really far away, and that would have been really depressing. I never would have saw you again. But I am happy that you could probably get a summer home there. That might work. I mean, sure, it's expensive as anything, but you could probably still make it work if you get a good paying job. But then we could go vacationing there. And actually, it's the same temperature around. I'm assuming. Was it pretty cold when you were there? I guess that could be one of the questions you can answer. Because I don't like usually people have summer homes in places that are nice, like retreats. I guess you'd have a winter home here because the temperature's so cold during the winter. You'd want to go someplace where it's warm. Um, I don't know. I just thought it'd be cool to have a winter home on an island somewhere, and you could just kind of go there. But then again, you need to have a seaplane. And since I want to get my pilot's license, I guess it would kind of work out that way. And have fun, walk safely. You should. And so yeah, winter homes, cold, either way. I think the Jack the Ripper tour is kind of actually a little creepy. I'm glad you had a good time, but the fact that you went around seeing where a man murdered people, yeah, I don't, I don't know what happened to you when you left, but I'm kind of a little worried actually. You didn't smile much in your last video. The audio was also off. I really hope my videos aren't like that for you, but it was very difficult watching. It's kind of like watching a really bad dubbed movie, and I know you've seen those before because they're like talking like this, and you have no idea what they're saying because you can't really follow their mouth at all. You know, I don't really. It's not. It doesn't look that ridiculous, but I look huge in these videos too. I look like a football player. I always do. I also noticed that in the past videos, like it has the lineup, and you're always looking nice, and then I'm always right before bed and look like crap. But it's cool that you put some time into your appearance. But I should probably start thinking about that. But either way. But which reminds me of How I Met Your Mother, and I finished all the seasons on Netflix. I'm really sorry because I mean, since it's your account, you're probably getting like you can see what I've been watching, and that could probably be a little bit. I don't know. I haven't gone on recently because I finished season 6. However, I've been looking for season 7. I can't find it anywhere. It's actually kind of really infuriating. But either way, I'm kind of completely all over the place. I'm sorry, but I feel like you just came back. You know, you did not too long ago. But I don't know. What have I been up to? Not much. Mac's birthday is tomorrow, when's your spring break, I guess, is the best thing to say, because I was about to say you don't know Mac, so I don't really, we're making him a cake, if that means anything to you, but, he's living with us next year, and you haven't met him yet, so you should meet him, because he's a cool guy, and if you came to visit, yeah, my vacation starts, March 2nd, I think. I'm looking at my calendar right now, sorry. Um, yeah, so I'm off like that next week. I'm not gonna be home until the 6th though, but I might, yeah, probably the 6th, if not the 7th, but um, yeah, so I don't know if your vacation's around the same time or perhaps it's a little later. I don't know. Either way, that's when I'm off. So hopefully it lines up so we get to see each other a little bit. I guess if we had the same one, it would kind of defeat the purpose of you coming here. But at least we would see each other is the point. Unless you're not coming home. Maybe you're going to some cool place over spring break, which I really want to do, but no one has money or knows people who have winter homes someplace. Connection from earlier in the conversation. Either way. Yeah, so I guess a question for you, aside from the fact what's the temperature in London when you were there, or what was the temperature? I don't know if, okay, this is a question I was asking Brittany earlier. You, serial killer is following you, okay? You could veer to the right, you could veer to the left, but the chances of him catching you when you do that is increased exponentially because he can just take the hypotenuse of the triangle and kind of cut you off and probably kill you, among other things. The other option is there is a trench in front of you, we'll say 30 to 40 feet wide, full of toxic sludge. Maybe not toxic, just sewer grossness, like just stuff you wouldn't want to be swimming in. Do you jump in, or do you risk taking left or right and running along the side of this canal that stretches for an infinite length on either side? Yeah. So, death or swim. There you go. And have a good week, Megan. Glad you're back and safe. And, yeah, till we talk again.